Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a navigation bar. So as a couple of examples for a navigation bar, this is the one on my personal website here, mne.cx, and you can see there's just a bunch of links here, and there's just these blocks that you can click on them and they just box out like this. Another example on Scratch, we've got like a more traditional horizontal bar here where it just goes straight across the top of the screen, and it's very useful for showing you all the different places where you can go on a website, and yeah, and it's very accessible. So to try to implement it, we're going to be using some CSS and some text. And so I'm just going to go to the top of the body here. In UL, that stands for unordered list, and inside I'm going to create list elements, which are written as LI, and maybe a home, an about, and a contact about. And then these inside, we will have another tag which will be our link. Like down here we say href equals / home, and then we put the home in there /a, and we're going to do the same thing for these pages. This is going to be contact, get rid of that, and this will be / and actually this, since this is our home page basically, we're just gonna put like href equals nothing. But yeah, that should be it. And now you see we have a list of links. This will take us just back to here. This oops, we don't want this slash. Just say about and contact. So now you can see here, if I go to about, if we go to about, it'll take us to about, and because it wants us to take us to an HTML page, just say about.html and contact.html, and these will be more HTML files that we'll create. So next up, we're going to want to give this a class. So equals, and we'll just say nav-bar, short for navigation bar, and we'll give this class to all of these. And then in here, create .navbar, and we'll say color like a purple, and font size 30. Actually, this should be the background color. And padding 15 px. And we'll leave the text color as black for now. So now you can see that we've got these pink bars that go all the way across. We still have these bullet points. I'll show you how to get rid of those in a moment. But if we want them to be going horizontally across, then we're going to want to say display inline. And so now they're all in a line. There's a couple of styles that the body tag and HTML tag will put on all of this stuff, and so to get rid of that, we can just say styles equals an empty string, and oops, and that will just clear those away. There's still this space between each of the boxes. So we want to put float left here. There we go. We'll do it. And that also puts the image on the end, which is a little bit awkward. You can just fix that by having this bar go all the way across. So you can say width 30%, and that'll just set it to 30% of the width of the window. And yeah, now as you can see, it goes most of all the way across. And if we close this, you can see it'll adapt dynamically. We want the text to display not on the left side, but in the middle of the box, so we can just say text align center, and that should fix that. And now these buttons are still links, and so to fix that, we can say color black. I have to say text decoration none. So this stuff has to go in the A tag here. And so I'm just going to create another class here, nav-bar A. Just call it. I'm going to copy and paste that into these bits. And yes, we need to create the dot nav-bar A, and make sure these are like capitalized properly and everything. Oops. And now if we look, they're all black. You can still click on them, they're just text. And now we have to make a nav-bar hover, and what this will do is it'll say change the style to look like this if the mouse is hovering over the block. So in this case, just gonna simply change the background color. And we'll change it to like light, maybe pink. Yeah. Okay. So now if we hover over these, the buttons will change color. You can see that it's not quite going across the right amount. So you can just play with this width 30% here, and it's going to be just like, it's only 30% because that's close to a third and we have 3 buttons, so it would be closer to like 25%, a quarter if we had 4 buttons, etc. So it seems like 31% works better. although it does seem to kind of go weird when we make it smaller. But yeah. Now, another problem we have is that this link does not apply to the list item. And that's just because we've got this, so this should just be a display block. And actually, probably we'll put some of this stuff in here too. Oh, this should be nav-bar. A hover. This needs to be float left. There we go. Oh. Okay. So I was just messing around. I put the A back on the inside, and I set the width to 100%, and now it seems to be working properly. Although, yeah, okay. So next you're going to want to create these other HTML files, and to do that you can just go to the folder, or actually no, we can do it right in here. New file .html and new one contact.html, and we're gonna want to have the same navigation bar, so we're gonna copy this stuff over into another style tag, or we would, but there's another way to do it, which is by creating a new CSS file to store the CSS stuff in, and I'm just going to call it styles.css, and I'm going to cut all this stuff and put it in there. Syntax for that looks like this. You have a link. It goes to styles.css, our CSS file, and it's a style sheet, and it's text/CSS. And that shouldn't actually change the look of our site. So as you can see, it still looks the same. Now it looks a lot smaller. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all this and paste it into here. This stuff is our actual website. Our title can be like contact page. Now this is actually going to be to index.html, and this one can be nothing. And we'll have the same thing in here pretty much. This one's going to be nothing. This one can be contact.html. And now we should be able to navigate between them. You can see the navigation bar is still at the top the whole time. One final thing you can do is to indicate which page you're on, and to do that, we'll give the page we're on a second class. We'll call it like active And by putting a space, it makes it another class. And so for the about page, about will be active. On the contact page, we'll make contact active. Same on the index page here. Disable these two. And then in the style sheet here, we put dot active, and we'll just say background color magenta. I don't know, sticking with the same color theme. Okay. Oh, actually, no, that should be on the A over here. Let's just move that over. Now you can see we're at home. So home is magenta. We go to about, and that. And that's how you make a basic navigation bar. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.